Ladies and gentlemen, let's give this man applause, please. He just came off a tour with the legendary Cat Williams and Mark Curry from Oakland, California. Our brother we just had up here last week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you watched Living Color, then you watched him. If you watched Partners in Crime, then you watched him. If you watched Strictly Business years ago, then you watched him. If you watched Bamboozled, Joanna Man, if you watched Ace Ventura 2, I Am Comic, Dying Laughing, if you watched Wild 'N Out, Real Husbands of Hollywood, The Proud Family, Black Dynamite, then you watched him.
Damn.
I haven't even got through the first quarter, Heather B.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. You watch this man all your life. You should be paying him. He should be sending us invoices for our health because his laughter has been the medicine in our lives for decades. This man has made us laugh. We don't know what he went through in his life to get to that stage, but he always manages to find the energy to make us laugh. When we laugh, we heal. When we laugh, we decompress. When we laugh, we blow that shit out. We get rid of that anxiety. We get rid of that stress, at least for the moments that we're laughing. Can you think about the residual impact that laughter has on your psyche, that it has on your body? This man has been curating laughter for decades. I only want to know what makes him laugh. The legendary Tommy Davidson is here. Give it up for Tommy. TD!
What?
We scored! TD, we scored!
I get all this way. I get all this way and he gonna make me cry.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I'm supposed to be the laugh guy. I'm about to cry now.
There's a thin line between
Yeah,
laughter
man.
and tears.
Yeah, let me tell you that. That just makes me grateful to know that. You know, coming into this business, I was early 20s. You know, moved from D.C. to L.A. Want to try this Hollywood thing. I had two cars. I had a Datsun B210 and a Celica.
B210.
Went out there, gave up my little job, and got back on the bus. Caught the bus for 3 years, but I was out every single night at the clubs. 7 nights a week. I was lucky. I had a kind of manager that treated me like an athlete. You know, you got to know 3 minutes. You got to know 1 minute. You got to know 5 minutes, 20 minutes. You got to know your times in case you get on TV. You know, all the clubs. I met Robert Townsend, Eddie Murphy, Damon Wayans, Keenan Ivory Williams, Arsenio Hall, Byron Allen, Jimmy Walker. These were the blacks,
the legends,
the blacks that were comics.
Yeah, that were
and
winning.
They were veterans, and I was coming in newbie. And I eventually broke into the clubs, but it wasn't an easy thing. Yeah, because I was turning it out at the black clubs. You know, there's one club called the now I'm gonna forget the daggone name.
That's all right.
Comedy Act Theater, and that was the main place. So that was it. Robin Harris emceed. It was a sexy spot. The Raiders were winning. The Lakers were winning. Magic be up there. The chicks are in there.
Magic would be there?
Yeah, man. And so it's me, the young people that hit it, right? Me, Chris Wright, Rock, Martin. We were the only 3 young black comics in Hollywood that were making our way.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so it kind of went from there on up. But I owe my success to black men because Robert Townsend saw me and put me on TV for the first time.
Right.
On Partners in Crime. Then Arsenio saw it and put me on Arsenio Hall. Then Eddie saw it, put me in a pilot called Coming to America, where I played his little brother. It didn't go, but he gave me that opportunity. Yeah. And then Keenan came along and said, hey, man, I got a show called In Living Color. You be good for it. I turned it down. What? Because I had gone through all this metamorphosis of being hot, and then nothing came out of it. So my manager said, well, let's go back to the clubs. So I went back to the clubs and just stayed disciplined on that because we had a plan. Yeah. Become a popular stand-up comic, have a special, have a TV show, go from TVs, have a movie career. Yeah. You know, and on and on and on. It was a 25-year plan, and I've hit it. Yeah. You know?
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. Yes. He got a 25-year plan. Y'all planning for tomorrow.
Yeah.
He planned for 25 years. You don't even know what the rest of the day gonna be like. The hell?
Yep.
And I've never heard somebody say, black man put me on and helped me make it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that bold state. Get that around
Wow.
black men have put you on and helped you make it. Torch, you ever hear that?
Yeah.
Nah.
And man, a few words, right? That man, a few words. He like the guy to hang out on the shoulder of Jabba the Hutt. You know, he wait till you done. You know.
Torch said you put him on.
He thought
Black
about
man
it.
put me on.
But what I'm saying, have you ever heard? I've never heard somebody of his stature say that black men put me on.
Yeah, and I was at the Apollo, you know, in the Apollo contest when it used to be real, not TV.
Yeah.
And he came to me. He was an entertainment attorney at one of the big sports and entertainment firms here in New York, a brother. And he said, I saw you on that stage. He said, if I buy you a ticket to LA for 2 weeks, give you somewhere to stay, and you go and see the comedy clubs and see how you do, would you let me manage you? So I said, yeah. So we went out there, we killed everything walking. And it was a year later that he drove down from New York City, picked me up in his Nissan Sentra. I took Glad bags with my clothes in it. I had a big old TV, looked like a fish tank.
Damn.
Okay. That took off half the car. And we drove from D.C. down to Florida, took the 10 all the way across the country, not knowing nobody. We saved our money to have 3 months rent and just started from there.
That's how it started.
That's how it started.
That's
how it
fucking
started.
amazing. Tommy
Sinclair,
Davidson,
Sinclair.
man. Come on, man.
And I have to say his name, Sinclair Jones.
Sinclair Jones.
Sinclair Jones is the brother that set up my whole foundation as far as my thinking went. As far as my thinking went, he said, you know, if you think you working hard, imagine the competition. So you always going to have to be working hard. And he instilled that in me. You know, working hard for me is waiting for you to get a break. You know what I mean? I found out that it was on my free time, and he instilled that in me. I actually was the first to blow. You know, just to be on that level. And Marcus King and other managers started acting suit with it.
Yeah.
And so Jamie and a lot of people.
Jamie Foxx. He knows him first name, by the way.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
I just gotta clarify.
He right out here.
Jamie's
They James Lassiter.
James Lassiter from Overbrook.
Right, from Overbrook.
Will Smith partner. Yeah.
Well, they took that school from my manager because we were the first leaders of that, to come in there and have a manager that hooked up with an agent, that hooked up with a publicist, hooked up with a attorney,
created a whole team.
Created a team. And they took that model, not took it, but it's a model. It's free for all of us.
Yeah, yeah.
And
they
were
adapted
able
to it.
Yeah, they adapted to it and were able to take that into their talent. So in a way, it was I'm just grateful for being a forerunner.
Yeah.
You know, and I got the ultimate test.
Yeah.
I finally got the main room in the Comedy Store, which took years. And the Comedy Store called me and said, "You got the main room," and I was like, "Okay, cool." They were like, "You're performing with Eddie
Murphy
and Pryor," and I was like, "Yeah." So on a Saturday, that's the night. So I was like, "Okay, cool." So tell them to give me the information. I'm emceeing. You know what? They said, "You're not emceeing. You're on the show." They said, Friday, Eddie Murphy goes first. You go second. You do a half an hour.
What?
Pryor goes third. Second show, Pryor goes first. You go second.
Oh my gosh.
Eddie goes third. And I did that Friday and Saturday night, and turned it out. But I was by that time, you know, enough ups and downs had happened, and I was able to reflect where I was.
You was ready for it.
Yeah. And the main green room got all the chicks and all the stars are in there, and we had these little cubbies that we would stay in, you know, to wait for the next act or whatever. And Richard Pryor walked back there, man, and Richard Pryor looked at me up and down like I was a strange animal after that weekend, and he looked at me, he said, "You's a funny motherfucker." and then walked away, and I was like, there it is.
There it is.
Richard Pryor said that to you?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah. We end up being friends for years and the whole thing, but the first person I called was my mother.
Yeah.
When I got home, and I said, thank you. And she said, for what? She had sent me a $20 bill in the mail.
Uh-huh.
You know those legal pads, the yellow ones?
Uh-huh.
And $20 bill, and she put a big magic mark on there. And don't leave. Stay there. You know? And I was just like, you know?
That's what you needed
Yeah.
at the right time. Tommy Davidson is here, man. Get this man a round of applause. We're going to come back, open up the phone lines. This is amazing. You got a show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Sony Hall, yeah.
Sony Hall tomorrow, 235 West 46th Street. Tommy Davidson will be back. Make sure you check him out at Sony Hall. What time is showtime? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. I'm from the old New York, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's 8 o'clock.
D'Agostino, Red Apple, 42nd Street.
Come on, man.
You know, 125th Street, Mart.
Come on, man. And he brought
New York.
New York.
Yeah,
he
man.
brought Donald Northcross is with us, and Donald's going to talk about program of Oakland, some of the things that's taking place in my hometown. All right, Donald, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
That's coming up next. 888-742-3345. 20 in the morning, Shade 45. We got Tommy Davidson that's here. That's his song. It's called
You Show Me.
You Show Me.
You Show Me, baby.
I'll show you back.
That's right, man. Me and Najee, I broke into smooth jazz. I have yet another career, and a career that's full of careers.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a decision. You know, and I was having a hard time getting into the music industry.
Yeah. They didn't take you seriously.
It's so complex.
Yeah.
You know, and then plus it's like turning the damn cruise ship around.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm funny.
Yeah.
I am funny.
And that's what you're known for.
Yeah, so it's like, well, what is he doing? What is he doing? You know? And when Eddie Murphy did his song and Jamie did his song, I was like, man, I wanted to do that. And then it dawned on me, wait a second, they're making that possible. All I got to do is decide what genre I'm going to go in, what I'm going to enter in. Who knows where I'm going to end up?
Yeah.
Because I do music very well. I sang as a kid.
Let me hear some acapella.
Let me see. What would I say? Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I was to put a day into words, those words would spell one thing, and that's an N-O and W. That would be now, no, how, now.
Tommy Davidson, Citizens, that you got a live acapella. Tommy, we got
He called me out.
I was like,
man,
you got to, because you ain't a real singer.
Yeah, right?
If you ain't gonna sing. We got rappers come up here don't want to rap.
I heard that.
Okay?
I heard that.
What you think I think of you if you call
Man,
yourself a
yeah.
singer and you don't sing?
Yeah.
I'm going to smile at you as you walk out and go, he's delusional.
Hey, man, hey.
He's
hey,
lying to himself.
Hey,
Hey.
You're official. Let me see. Red Parrot, The Building, Octagon.
Ooh. Never know those
Life.
spots.
You know Life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, man.
China Club. I'm talking about before Leaders was signed.
Leaders of the new school?
Before they were signed.
They were in
Before
the
Black
building.
Sheep was signed.
He said Black Sheep.
Yeah,
man.
Puff took me to all the clubs when we were doing Strictly Business.
Yep.
And said, I'm gonna show you all these cats that are coming. You know?
Yeah.
Tribe.
Yeah, try
They were up in the clubs.
Yeah.
Paying dues. I was in the building, and Chris came down, KRS came down, and Capri was DJing, and I swear to you, hip-hop is something else. Chris freestyled for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's KRS-One.
And kids,
Kid Capri.
the racket.
Yeah. Hey, wait, hold on. We got D on the line. She want to talk to you, Tommy.
Come on, D.
D, are you there, D?
Yes, I'm here.
Go for it. I got him right here. She's in North Carolina. Give it up for D.
Yes. Peace and blessings, Sway and Heather B.
How you doing, sis?
Y'all are blessed and highly favored. I'm
God
well.
bless
I'm
you.
well. Thank you. God bless you. Mr. Davidson,
Good morning.
good morning, sir. I met you at Greensboro Airport. I was working. You were sitting on the side by yourself We chopped it up, took some pictures. You told me about your book, which is awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
If you haven't read it, y'all need to read that book.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Your brother been through some things.
Hey, man.
He's been through some things. He came out on top. I just had to call in and speak to you because you touched me in a way that morning at the airport because the brother sat with me about 15 minutes. We just talked about life and about his projects and the singing and the album and he's just a real down home brother, and I can respect that. And I just want to say, God bless you, man. You're doing your thing and don't stop because you are on the right path.
Wow.
Thank you. Because there's been so many things that healed us down.
Down there to go. Ask them where they going.
They don't know. But we won't let nobody hold us back. We'll put ourselves together. Gonna polish up our act well. And if you ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Just one time, y'all.
Don't you let nothing
Bring it in.
Stand in your way.
Bring it in.
Want y'all to listen.
To what?
Every word I say, ain't no stopping us now. All right, then.
There it is.
Yeah, 79 going into 80.
We could have got straight to that chorus though, Tommy. That was a lot of singing.
Hey, I remember that. Hey, that was WBLS's national anthem. WBLS. I'm talking about I'm of New York.
There you go. D, you're a super citizen.
That's Sway in the morning. God bless you.
Tommy, I'll be remiss if I didn't bring up your partner that you brought up here with us today. This man is doing some phenomenal work representing program of Oakland, and we're going to talk about that, some of the challenges confronting African-American men in Oakland. I was born at Kaiser Hospital. I went to Manzanita Elementary, Bret Hart Junior High, all in the city of Oakland. Oakland High School is where I graduated. Merritt College is where I went to junior college. San Francisco State is where I dropped out. But I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. Don't say I wasn't there, Tommy.
You was there.
I had to be
I was
there.
at UDC too. I dropped out, but I was there.
You can't drop out if you weren't there.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I was there.
You were there.
But I'm so much about Oakland. I want to welcome Donald Northcross here to the show. This man does a lot. He was a sheriff's deputy at one point. One of the three founders of Sacramento County Black Deputy Sheriff's Association and served as its first president. Give that man a round of applause. He founded the OK program the same year. Selected as California's Outstanding Youth Public Safety Officer of the Year. He was one of the 10 people in California to receive a fellowship from the California Wellness Foundation. He is a recipient of the Jefferson Award for Outstanding Public Service and the Sacramento Safe Street Hero of the Year.
Wow.
And he's a much sought-after speaker, consultant. He was one of the numerous experts assembled in Little Rock, Arkansas to discuss President Obama's 2010 Fatherhood Initiative. He won the National Association of Attorney Generals for the Children's Award in the 2005 OK program, became a national organization under his leadership. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Northcross is here.
Wow.
Donald, welcome to the show.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
Why you ain't tell me all that?
Hey, Sway, that was probably the second best introduction I ever had. The first one was the best I ever had was the other night. Old boy was supposed to introduce me. He didn't show up, so I had to do it myself.
Damn.
You know, I laid it on pretty thick.
You can't give me credit. You can't give me props over you.
Boy, I tell you, I laid it on pretty thick, man.
Did you?
No, I appreciate that.
I want to read some things, and I'm so happy. Tommy hit me and asked if he could bring you by. Mm-hmm. No matter, this man.
He said yes before I even got through the question.
I didn't even know what he was asking me, but it's Tommy, right? Yeah. And he ain't never brought me no bullshit. Yeah. All right, it's only been real, uplifting, empowering. And when he told me about you, and he brought up Oakland. Oakland is, I'm sure Lord Rab, but Oakland, people who come from Oakland, we love.
Absolutely.
We love where we're from. Yep. We hate that it has a stigma to it. We hate that our systems aren't benefiting us right now. Our education systems, what's going on with policing, what's going on with single mothers, incarceration, all of these things, homelessness in Oakland, the lack of funds in Oakland, the fact that all the professional teams are leaving Oakland, that's hurting our economy, that's hurting our spirit,
True, man.
It's hurting our morale. You know, when you hear about folks who come not even from Oakland, they come into Oakland, they commit these crimes. you know, and then it gets blamed on Oakland.
Yeah.
You know, it's the homelessness. You know, folks are coming from all over the country to be homeless in Oakland. I'm going to read some stats, and I want to get your take on it. The number one in homicide, the number one cause of death for black males in the United States between the ages of 1 and 44 years old is homicide. Yep. 1 in 3 black men are projected to go in jail in their lifetime. 1 in 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black men in this room right now. 2 of us are projected to go to jail.
Yeah.
Right? 74% of African American households are headed by single mothers. Yeah. We don't have 2-parent households. Yeah. I know when I was young and they had the public assisted welfare program, they didn't allow for a mother to have a man in the house. Yeah. They didn't allow for my mother to have a man in her house. Yeah. And if you did, they came and they periodically checked in and made sure you didn't have new shit. Yeah. You couldn't even have a new toaster. Where'd you get that from? Yeah. Yep. They're going to question where the money came from. TV, you had a new jacket. Yep. My mother had a leather jacket. You had to hide the jacket. Yep. That's right. Where you get that from? Yep. Right? They don't want no men in the houses with women and women in the houses with men. They don't want that foundation, that image. Yep. Just the image alone would make a difference, right? So now we see that 74% of African-American households are headed by single mothers. God bless those mothers. Yeah, absolutely. Right? Give them a round of applause. Absolutely. Yeah. 2017-18 black male students made up 8% of the enrollment, but 35% of students who received 1 or more out-of-school suspensions. 8% of the enrollment, but 35% of the suspensions are towards black men. Black males, this is something that was written, I believe by you, black males are the only demographic in the United States of America that if they have a legitimate threat on their lives, they won't call the police. That's right. They would rather pick up a gun, try to handle the situation themselves because they don't trust the police. Absolutely. Nobody have to live like that in the United States of America. Nobody should have to live like that. Shouldn't have to. This is, once again, Donald Northcross is here from Program of Oakland. What are we doing?
Yeah, man. You know, our main goal is to reduce the homicide rate of black men and boys. Yeah. We cover a lot of things, but our main goal, Sway, look, we only 6% of the nation's population that's black men and boys. 6%. We account for about 50% of the homicides each year.
Wait a minute. Say that number again.
We're 6% of the total population of the United States, black men and boys. About 19.9 million black men and boys in this country right now. It's right around 340 million people in the United States. We make up 6% of this total population. We account for about 50% of the homicides each year. Not last year, not 50%. A one-off. Every year we're around 50% of the homicides each year. There's no way in the world that 6% of a population should account for as many homicides as 94% of the population. And for black men to be okay with it. I'm 65 years old, and I never heard a black man say we're going to reduce the homicide rate of black men and boys when we the only ones can do it. Nobody can stop black men and boys from killing each other but black men and boys. So this is our cause. And so Tommy has taken on this cause with us, you know. And I was telling him, you know, we need other black men with influence and resources because what we do, OK program is, you may wonder how you reduce the homicide rate of black men and boys. We are a life support system. The program is a life support system. It's more than a program, and it's a life support system that consists of it's an interconnected network of black men that bring together our knowledge, our wisdom, our experiences, and our resources to provide support in the daily lives of black boys. That's a life support system. The other life support system is one that they hook them up to when they catch a bullet in the head. They hook them up to that life support system to try to save their lives. I believe if we hook them up with a life support system, now notice the difference there. When you hook them up in our community, when we say I'm going to hook you up with something, that's a good thing. So we hook black boys up with a life support system that's interconnected network of black men that bring all this together to provide that support in their daily lives. That's what changes lives. That's what saves lives. See, and that system costs far less than that other system that they run around the country, around the world, trying to save our lives. So what we do is basically that we go into a community and we work with the local police department. Being a sheriff deputy, I understood the power that I had as a sheriff deputy. I'm a country boy from Arkansas. You probably heard that in my accent right now, you know, because sometimes I want to warn you, sometimes my subject and verbs don't agree, you know, but that's all right. Because I'm from Arkansas.
You ain't saying screet.
Yeah, that's right. but when I joined the sheriff's department, I was in for a surprise, man. I came from a hometown with about 3,500 people in my little town. That's the whole town. it was an embarrassment to go to jail when I was a kid growing up because
everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of sanctioned each other. Certain things we didn't do. You remember, Sway, you old enough to remember when black people said, man, we don't do that. Black people don't do that. There were certain things that we just frowned upon in our community. We just didn't do it. If you did it, you snuck and did it, because the community frowned upon it. So when I came from Arkansas to California and became a sheriff deputy, man, I started seeing things I'd never seen before in my life.
Like what?
Going to jail and killing each other. I mean, it was like a rites of passage for these young brothers to go to jail out there. That's how they became men, they figured, So I, as a sheriff deputy, we started out in the jailhouse, and then you rotate out to patrol the other assignments, but you start out in the jail. Man, I'm in the jail on Thursdays. Let's say when you have committed a crime or been accused of committing a crime, they house you in the main jail downtown, and then they take you back and forth to trial at the courthouse until you're found guilty. And then on Thursday, the state prison bus come get you every Thursday. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I used to sit there and watch these 20-man chains. Sometimes there were 20 black men on the chain.
Wow.
I'd never seen less than 14 black men on the chain. And they have them shackled by the waist, the wrist to the waist, and that chain run between their leg, hooked to the next brother. And that you hear that chain hitting that concrete floor coming down that hallway, them cells on both sides. You hear that chain, ching, 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 ching. And them brothers like, hey, man, you got your paper? Yeah, I got my paper, man. Hey, I'm going, tell so-and-so, I'll see him when I get out there. Yeah, how much time you got? I got 10 years. Oh, you can do that, stand on your head. If that conversation, as they walk in, and these
it's like they proud of?
Yeah, these escort officers walking beside them, and they taking them to the bus. That bus was reminiscent of the old slave ship to me. Mm-hmm. I could see that old slave ship coming in every Thursday. And these brothers killing each other. I said I wasn't going to do this. Mm-hmm. But I used to go home and I complain to my wife. I tell her what I saw. And then one night, I would always say at the end, somebody got to do something about it. Mm-hmm. Then one night in mid-sentence, I said, somebody got to do something about it. I stopped. I said, I'm somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm the one we're waiting on. Mm-hmm. Realistically, ain't nobody else gonna stop black men from killing each other and going to jail but us. We the only one can do it. Ain't nobody else gonna even be interested in it because there's little value on our lives. And that's because we don't put any value on our lives, because if we did, we wouldn't be killing each other, we would kill each other. And then the ones that ain't killing each other, we wouldn't sit by and allow it to happen. Yeah. So we can say we value our lives, but there's too many of us sitting by watching it happen and not coming up with a plan to change it. It ain't gonna arbitrarily change. We ain't gonna just arbitrarily stop killing each other. It's gonna get progressively worse if we don't put some action in place to change it. Mm-hmm. So I got tired of seeing it in 1990. I've been doing it since 1990. Wow. This is the first time I've been on a major show. I thank you for the opportunity.
This is the first major platform you ever been on? Man, my gosh, man. In 34 years?
34 years.
And been doing it by himself.
Wow.
Moses wandering around in the wilderness for 40 years. So I tell people all the time, I got 6 more to go at least.
Okay, we're going to get before 40, though.
I hope so, brother.
Okay.
I'm 65 years old, like I say now. And I got emotional the other day talking to my wife, because I said, I don't see no young brothers come up behind me that's committed to this fight. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about just trying to make life better for everybody. I'm talking about when you got a specific problem, you need a specific solution, brother. We got a specific problem. Ain't nobody dying like us. Yeah. We take on everything as a cause, but we don't take on a cause that save our own lives. Yeah. I tell people all the time, Tommy heard me say it 1 million times, collectively, black men have the means to address this problem. We have more money now collectively than we ever had in the history of this country. Mm-hmm. We don't do one thing with that money collectively to solve a problem like this. I can't think of a bigger problem than saving our lives and keeping our community safe. Grandma's scared to sit on the front porch. She thinks she's going to get a bullet, a straight bullet in the head. She can't sit on the front porch and get a fresher breath air because black men and boys are shooting and killing each other indiscriminately in the streets. And we sit here and allow it to happen. We have the means to address it. We just don't have the mind to do it. And means without the mind is meaningless. It don't mean a thing to have the means when you don't have the mind to do something with those means that you need to do with them. We have the money to do it.
And it's a tactile program.
Yeah.
How's it work?
Say it again. Oh, yeah. It's a system. Yeah, it's a system. Like I say, a life support system.
Wait, hold up. Before you go into that, somebody just called and said her brother was in your program.
Oh.
So this is Lynn on the line from Sacramento. Lynn, welcome to the show.
Oh, my goodness. Hi, everybody. I love you guys. I've listened to you guys forever. Good morning. Good morning, Sway. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
Tracy, all you guys. Oh, my goodness. First-time caller.
Oh, we got a first-time
caller.
Hold up, Lynn. You a first-time caller? Hold up.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, my goodness.
You are now official. Welcome to the call. All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, Officer Northcross, I just wanted to call.
Yes.
My brother, Sidney Foster, was in your
Sidney.
program.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Passed away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to call and just say how proud I am of you. Hearing you on Sway this morning, I am so proud of you.
I love Sidney. Sidney was such a smart young man. He was smart. He's a
He
brilliant
was.
young man. Yeah.
He loved you too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we loved you for your program. So we thank you.
Can you
you
talk
so
about
much.
the program and how you saw it being utilized in the
Yeah,
community?
it's a first-hand account.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Just the caringness, the thoughtfulness, what his program meant for Black youth, men, Black young boys, just keeping them off the street, keeping them occupied, giving them something to work for, giving them something to live for, to see something more than just being on the street. I mean, my brother, we're from LA. We moved to Sacramento in 91. So he got hooked up with the program, and it was just wonderful.
Wow.
My family loves Officer Northcross. We appreciate you for all you did in Sacramento.
Tell him I
and so
said
my
hello.
brother.
Tell your
Oh well,
folks I said
my
hello.
brother. I definitely will. I definitely will let them know. I will let them know.
Lynn, thank you for your call, taking the effort to call and tuning into our show. You know you're a super citizen.
It's Sway in the morning.
Oh my gosh! Thank you guys. Love
Yes,
y'all.
love you,
Love
too,
you too.
all right? And rest in peace to your brother, Sidney, okay? Can you give us an example? First of all, I want people who are tuned in that want to know how they could be a part of this.
Yeah.
How can they, if they got sons, if you're a son, if you're a male, you want to be a part of this?
Or is it possible someone can start something like this? Because I feel like you're mentioning California, but
It's
I know-
starting in other cities too.
that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. We replicate in other cities. We can go to other cities. The problem is having been able, people know about us. We've been doing it 34 years, and very few people know who we are and what we do, to be honest with you. So that's why I want to thank you, Sway. Thank Tommy for giving
What's
me
the
an
name of the program?
OK program. It stands for Our Kids, basically, but it's OK.
OK program, right? Okay. No, you're very welcome. You didn't even got it. I appreciate the thank you, but we thank you.
Yeah.
You don't need to thank me. We thank you for what you're doing. Tommy didn't do. Tommy is Tommy Davidson. He's been famous longer than a lot of people been alive.
Yep.
He didn't have to do this. We thank you. We understand the importance of it. I want to see us live to our fullest potential and break this indoctrination that has suffocated and cannibalized our psyches. Right? It make us even want to kill.
Absolutely.
And brag.
Yeah.
And these kids are on social media and they're rapping about it, holding it, killing it, bragging,
man.
proud of it.
Yep.
And God bless them because they don't understand.
They don't understand.
But understand this.
Yeah.
It's not something that's a abnormal American behavior.
Not at all.
Because the Germans were out in the street back when they had no money, and they were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
The movies about it, right?
Irish.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
You know, the
Gangs of New York.
The Gangs of New York. The Irish. You know, what was it? Once Upon a Time in America. You know, thugs out in the street. You know, but after World War II, government picked up on what was going on with those kids in the streets and created programs like the YMCA, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts of America, 4-H, Boys Town. There's never been an official government program for
Black youth, black men.
But we've never needed all that.
We could have done.
We've always taken care of what we gonna take care of.
Yeah.
We can talk about Tulsa, but don't have to go there. You know, so this is our opportunity.
Yeah.
You know,
This is and with that said, well said by the way, Tommy. I love the historical context so people can have reference points and don't think this is coming
it ain't
out
just
of there.
us. Like,
yeah,
this
we
is
ain't
like-
just saying this. This
we're
is
the
what
only ones that
happened.
this ever happened to, or whatever.
Okay, so how can people join this program, the OK program?
Yeah, how to get their city. Basically, what it is, it's a partnership. What we do, we form partnerships in different communities with the police department, and we have to interview those officers because we don't let just any officer come to our community. You know, I understand that being an officer, you can get a black officer, and he can be blacker than me, and y'all can't see me, but I'm black. You know, I'm real black, real dark. You can get an officer blacker than me if he got the wrong attitude. He can do harm in our community. I'm telling you right now. So that's why we interview each one of the officers and we select them and we carefully select them. And then the police department send themselves to Oakland to train for 6 days. So I train all the officers the exact same way. So it's a system. They have to run the program the exact same way it's designed to run. So we take them out of patrol. They only do this full time. They become okay officers. So now we have officers that we select to work directly with black men in the community. We go in, we recruit, train, and organize black men to work with these black police officers to provide that life support for these boys. So that officers are on the campus full time all day long. They're on there advocating for the boys. They dress them down. They're not in uniform. They plain clothes. We get officers that these boys can relate to and identify with.
What do you teach them?
We have a curriculum. We have a 35 session curriculum where we and it's the officers are not teachers, they're facilitators. We train officers how to facilitate a conversation between black boys and black men.
Okay.
So the concept, the get together concept is every Saturday from 10 to 2. We have them every Saturday 10 to 2. If you go to Castlemont, Castlemont goes to Castlemont and
Fremont.
No, the middle school that feeds in the Castlemont out there is
Stonehurst.
I can't. But that's a chapter. We set up chapters. So the middle school, we follow the same boy from 6th grade through high school. So they meet on that middle school campus every Saturday, and this is when the men come out, and the men are part of this group discussion. We deal with everything from interacting with the police to healthy, unhealthy relationships to reducing homicide rate of black men and boys. So what we do is we have these discussions. So they're not sitting there writing on it because these boys have been to school 5 days a week. They don't want to come out and write. But you'll see sometimes we have 100-some boys on Saturday. That's just one chapter.
Packed.
It's packed every Saturday.
So if you're a boy and you want to be a part of this program, is there a website? Is there Instagram? Is there a Facebook page? How do they?
Go to okprogram.org. But if you're in the so we set up chapters. Just what I'm saying. The officers recruit the boys in each chapter. So we can have several chapters in one city. So let's say that the officer, if you're a black boy on that campus, you're gonna be recruited. So I have to say this: we're specifically black boys and black men. We're not trying to solve every problem with just the OK program. We focus on one problem. We're trying to reduce the homicide rate of black boys and black men. We come straight through the front door. We're very serious about this. A black man has to be the catalyst of this life support system. We make it work. And all the officers black. We make no exceptions to that. And that's why I say, so if you're a black boy on that campus, whether you want to get in the program or not, you're going to be recruited. We want them all. We want the boys with the 4.0s and the boys with the 0.0.0s. We want all black boys on that campus because this is all our problem. We have to solve this problem. So the officer's going to recruit those boys on that campus. He go by their houses. He talk to the parents. He explain to the parents what the program is about.
Oh, hands-on.
So the parents sign a consent form. A consent form for their boys to be in the program. Now that consent gives the school permission to release information to the OK program for the boys' grades, their behavior, their attendance, and so we set up a board of directors in the city. Bishop Bob Jackson, Acts Full Gospel in Oakland, California, is the chairman of that board. So he's the guy who actually makes sure that the program stays intact. They raise money to make sure the boys have lunch on Saturdays and to take them on trips every grading period for doing well in school. So there's incentives for these boys to at least have a 2.5 GPA and get citizenship. That's just to be included in the incentives.
And do you stay? Is the program open to people once they graduate?
Yeah.
You could still alumni come back.
Oh, you should see the alumni.
Yeah.
Tell them about the successes, man.
Yeah, man. On August 24th this year, we celebrate our 34th anniversary. The alumni is the ones that are put it on every year. The alumni. The chairman of my national board is a boy I had in 6th grade. He's a chairman of my national board named Major Basin. He lives in Kansas City now. He's a businessman in Kansas City. My national director is Brian Miller. Brian Miller is my national director. I went to court with him in the 8th grade for robbery. He had just committed his second or third robbery. His mother abandoned him in a motel when he was a baby. He was a 29th Street Crip when I met him. He's my national director. He's going to hear this. He's going to see this too.
What's his name, Brian?
Brian Miller.
My man, BM. Yeah. What up, B?
Yeah, okay. Brian Miller. He's my national director. He's 47 years old. These are men now. I'm talking about 1990 when I started the program. I ran the program for 18 years. I didn't have one boy become a homicide victim in 18 years. We average over 300 boys a year in OK program.
There you go. That's what that's impact.
Yeah.
That's results. Look, this is what I want to do, Mr. Donald.
Yeah.
Northcross.
Yeah, everybody call me Dep. Short for Dep.
What they call you? What they call you?
Dep. Deputy.
Dep. 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 Deputy. I was a deputy.
Short for deputy.
For deputy?
Everybody just call
like
me
Deputy
Dep.
Dog? Like the animated character.
Yeah, we love him.
Okay. All right. So, I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah, me too. I went there too.
You went there too.
Yeah.
You saw it. When he said it, I know. I'm thinking like Tommy.
That's right.
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 All right. I unfortunately have to end this show today.
Yeah.
But I wanted to give you as much time as possible because I think what you're doing is extremely important. It's extremely important.
Yes.
And I want to suggest in Oakland, too, that you hook up with Mr. Fab.
Yeah.
Because Mr. FAB, if you're not familiar, he's a pillar in Oakland, an artist, producer, but he does a lot of community activism. And he has a program called Thug Therapy that they do every month, probably more than that now. And hundreds of men, black men around Oakland, boys, men, adults, gather, whether it's at the Scottish Rite Center over there by Lake Merritt or whatever places he have it, and they speak and they fellowship. And these men, you know who's in that room.
Yeah.
It's everybody in that room from the streets on up.
Yeah.
But when they come in that room, it's a safe place for them to express themselves. That connection between you and Mr. Fab should be happening as well. Yeah. And I think you guys, I think it'll be a very mutually beneficial bond between the two because the work he's doing, the work you've been doing should be together. Right. We all got to come together.
Absolutely.
So, Donald Northcross, I want to thank you for coming by. I appreciate you, man, and the work you're doing, and we'll be connected. And, and continue success. And people could go to okprogram.org. To find out as a whole what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
And so okprogram.org. Donald, do you have an Instagram?
Yes. Well,
you don't use it.
I'm not a social media guy.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do it then.
Yeah, but we can tell anybody how we can start the program, help them start the program in their city. Though we can.
That's me too.
Okay.
We can start
I'm hanging in there, boy.
Yeah, if they're interested in bringing it to their city, then we can contact us. We can show them how to do it. We can actually do it for them.
You can set it up for them.
Yeah, we can set it up.
okprogram.org. Tommy Davidson is at Sony Hall tomorrow night, 8 p.m.
Come on now.
Come out, Tommy. Love to see you, man.
Let's go.
All right, tomorrow we got Stephanie Mills coming by the show.
Legend. I feel good.
I feel good all over.
Sing to her, Tommy. Sing to her, Tommy. She gonna hit it.
I can't get to that tone.
Turn out. No, dude,
I can't get up that.
Sing something to her. I'll play it back for her tomorrow.
What's the one? What's the tune that she had that everybody loved?
Love like this before.
Yeah, cause I've never knew love like this before. Open my eyes, cause I've never knew love like this before.
All right, man, give it up for Tommy Davidson. All right, y'all, stay on the right side of positivity. Until tomorrow, we got nothing. What the hell?
I drop seeds.
Left to say.